Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee or your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about. But before we get started on those red hot topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got toast. Believe me, we've got you covered. And also, you could purchase my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started right, shall we?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show, honey. Grab your coffee and your tea because we have a lot to talk about today. But if you have been tuning in for the month of June, you know that we have been celebrating fathers all month long. Daddies in the house. Fathers in the house, because not everybody is a father. You can be a daddy, but not everybody is a father. So we are celebrating fathers. I already know Father's Day is gone, and who cares? We're going to celebrate you guys all month long. We're also going to have some fathers on the show tonight to introduce to you guys these amazing fathers that are doing the most for their families. Kudos to you. Now, I already know it has been very, and I do mean very, difficult during the day. Well, put it like this, in the morning, to catch fathers, because you know what? Fathers are at work. They're doing the most at the job. So they're like, Mona Lisa, you know I work. Mona Lisa, you know I'm at work. So I am going to take that in consideration, and in the evenings, just bring them on. So I want you guys to come back in the evenings and to introduce you to these great dads. And you say, okay, what show are you referring to in the evenings? Well, hello, I have evenings with Mona Lisa. Yes. And it's on the same channel, same show. I'm going to give you a little taste of it. This is the promo for the show in the evening. Okay, y'all ready for this? Hold tight. Here it goes.
Thank you for tuning in to Mona Lisa Late Night. Grab your glass and let's get started. But before we get there, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got merchandise, we've got t-shirts, we've got cups, we've got totes, we've got everything you need. We've even got my book, Life After the Diagnosis. So, let's go ahead, grab your glass, bottoms up, let's start talking.
Oh, yes, that's fire. So I want you guys to check us out in the evenings. Come on back. And evenings was Mona Lisa. We got some dads coming on this evening. I can't wait. Some of these dads, of course, have been on the show before, but hey, I think they're amazing guys. So we're going to have them again on the show. And then the questions that we're asking, of course, we haven't asked them before. So it's going to be new information for you. Now, I did also reach out to a dad that's an entrepreneur, and hopefully he'll be able to jump on with us tonight. This morning. If not, it's all good. You know how we do it here at the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. We keep it rolling. So if he's able to jump on, I would be elated, because this guy is phenomenal. He is an entrepreneur, And I'll tell you all about him. Hopefully he'll be able to jump on this morning. But if not, we have the red hots that we will be talking about this morning. Okay, Mona Lisa, what are the red hots this morning? Well, baby, let me tell you something. I have been glued. When I tell you glued, I have been glued to the TV. And I'm hoping that it starts the same time each day, which is probably 11 o'clock. What are you talking about, Mona Lisa? I'm talking about the trial, people. The trial for the attack on the Capitol. I've been glued to the TV. So just the other day, not yesterday, because I checked everywhere. There was no trial yesterday. Now, if I'm wrong, y'all tell me because I missed it. But day before yesterday, which was Monday, yes, because today's Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Tuesday. So Tuesday, man, it was fire. They had the folks from Georgia, which are the voting precinct. I mean, talking about the chief of all of them. I mean, he's over every voting precinct. And he, of course, abides by the rules and everything like that. And then they had this next person that was dealing with the voting precincts. And they had one other gentleman that was from Arizona. He was the House Speaker for Arizona. These three guys, the testimony from these three guys, it was crazy. Let me tell you what happened. So let's start with the guy from Arizona. Okay, so the question on the floor was, did you vote for Donald Trump? And he said yes. And then they said, would you vote for him again? He said yes. And so, which is wow. So anyway, he's on trial discussing the fact that the president, former president, Donald Trump, wanted him to do some things that was against his oath. That was pretty much, in layman terms, illegal. So he was explaining to the the board of the trials, the chairs and the representatives to represent all parties from the trial. He was like, well, what did he tell you to do? And then he would answer the question, well, he told me that he, wanted me to do this and wanted me to do that and wanted me to count votes that wasn't really there. He wanted me to continue the rabbit trail of saying that he won the election. It was just a whole bunch of stuff. Now, what was compelling to me was what he was saying was backed up by audio from the former president, Donald Trump, asking these people to do these illegal things. That's what got me. They got him on the phone telling people to find votes, telling people that they're cheating at the polls. And just, I was like, wow, they got him talking on the phone about these very detailed allegations. So I'm thinking, how clear does this have to be? It's like video of a crime being committed, and they expect you not to believe your eyes. You know what I mean? So they're expecting you to not believe your ears. I mean, literally his voice asking them to find votes. And then if you do, it'll be good for the country. You would be in a great position. In other words, if you do what I tell you to do, I'm going to take care of you. This is the president of the United States. And okay, so I want to hear from all of you. I want to hear from Republicans. I want to hear from Democrats. I want to hear what you have to say about this audio. I'm audio, not what you heard, not he say, she say. This is coming from the mouth of the president, former president. So I want to hear what you guys got to say. The ones that believe that the election was stolen, whatever the case may be, I want to hear what you think about listening to these very words of him asking for people to do illegal things, find votes, and when you do, we're going to take care of you. And then they said that there were gifts being sent to the people who did do the dirty work. And then it was said that Republicans, I'm going to tell you something. It's some Republicans out there that's saying, look, I can't do it. And kudos to those who cannot do it, right? So they're saying that it was some Republicans that were like, man, look, I'm not going to be able to say what you want me to say. I'm not going to be able to do what you want me to do. I'm not going to do it. And guess what else? These Republicans, Democrats are being harassed at their homes, at their jobs. These people are being harassed by Trumpsters, is what they call them. The cronies of Trump, you know, people who follow him. They're knocking on these folks' doors. They're threatening their lives. I'm like, what? This is getting insane. This is America. You hear me? This is America. It's just, so I want to hear from anyone that thinks that the election was stolen. That's number one. And I want to hear from the people who, you know, still don't believe what's going on. They're thinking the election was stolen and whatever else, I don't care, you know. And then another thing that one of the gentlemen stated, he said, this isn't a party issue. He said, this is a heart issue. And, you know, that floored me. Because think about it. Is it really a party issue? Because if it was the Republicans against the Democrats, we've always been like that, you know, and we've always settled the score. Whoever lost, whoever won, and we went on about our business. But now it's something embedded in the hearts of people to the point to where they are willing to harm other people that don't think the way they do. And we're just not talking about strangers now. We're talking about family members going against other family members. If you are a Democrat or a Republican in your family, you better not talk politics or it's going to be on and popping at the Thanksgiving dinner. That's the kind of stuff that's going on now. It's past the party lines. It's about, like the gentleman said, it's about the heart. But I'm curious, you know, what do you guys think about this particular red hot? I mean, because I've been glued. And matter of fact, I'm hoping that it's at 11 o'clock so I can, right after the show, cut it on. Because I'm like going, huh? This trial has got my full attention. Because I'm the type of person, and if you know me, you already know this is true. I like to hear both sides of the story before I come up with my own conclusion. I want to hear both sides. So I'm listening to this side, and then I will, you know, I'll turn to Fox and hear what Fox has to say. But baby, let me tell you something. After that, particular trial, Fox was like, well, because it was that strong. So that was the first three gentlemen. And to close it out, to close the trial, to close the trial out on Tuesday, they ended it with two poll workers. Now, I live in Georgia, but I had no idea of this particular incident that I'm about to tell you. These two poll workers was in Fulton County here in Georgia at the polling station that stated that they were hiding votes in ballot boxes, and they were pulling it from underneath tables, and you remember that, and they were saying that the votes, people were throwing away votes and all this kind of stuff. So in this particular voting precinct, there were two people that was caught on video. I don't want to say caught because it is what it is. The video was rolling, okay? And they pulled some footage of people putting the ballots underneath the table and getting ready to go. And then when they said that they couldn't leave, they had to vote, or they had to continue the counting. They pulled the ballot boxes back from underneath the table to put it on top and continue counting the votes. Well, lo and behold, these two African American females was on the video doing exactly what I told you, but they did one extra thing that was on the video that was blown out of proportion and also lie. It was a lie. What is it? These two African American women, it was a mother and a daughter, and they were sitting side by side. The mother gave the daughter a peppermint, a gum, something like that, while they were at the table. Baby, Rudy Giuliani received this portion of the video and put in the people's minds that it was some type of drug being passed at the precinct, at the voting precinct, on video. They called this person a hustler, a hoodlum, and I'm like going, are you kidding me right now? It was crazy. I was shocked. Charles, how are you? How are you today, sir? We the people demand equal justice here in Georgia. Love, family. I know that's right. We demand justice. Thank you for tuning in. I was floored. And so they had this mother and daughter at the trial testifying, answering questions about this very video. And so they were explaining, they told us that we could go home. So we were putting the voting things back in the boxes. We were putting it under the table, and we were getting ready to go home. And so they told us that we could not go home. We had to continue the vote of the count. So they pulled the boxes back from underneath the table, and they started continuing to work. And so they asked her, what did your mother pass you? She said a peppermint. And then they showed the video of Rudy Giuliani and the audio of former President Donald Trump talking about these two women like dogs. So they asked him, they said, well, how has your life been affected by this? They don't go anywhere. They don't talk to anybody. The mother said when her name is called, she gets nervous. Their lives have been threatened. They have had people come knocking and storming at their door, demanding to come in. They even said that people were saying you're under citizen's arrest. They're coming in their home talking about you're under citizen's arrest. These are random folk now. They're not police officers. These are citizens talking about they arresting somebody. Because in Georgia, they have this citizen's arrest rule, law, whatever. No one's deputized to do nothing of the sort, but yet you gonna arrest somebody. Ah! So all of this is going on at this trial, and they're showing footage of the former president talking about these two citizens that are poll workers. And then she said, and then the mother was like, her name is Ruby Brown, I think it was. The mother said, can you imagine the president of the United States lying on you, talking about you, putting your name, dragging your name in the mud? What? That's just unfathomable. FBI, CIA, everybody was at their home because the allegations were they were passing illegal drugs for one, and then they were messing with the vote count. Unbelievable. So I want to hear from any Republicans. I want to hear from any Democrats. Are you watching the trial? If you are, holler back at me. If you aren't, you need to watch it so you can know what's happening in the United States, baby. You need to find out. That's our red hot number 01. You need to find out. You need to see what is happening here in the United States of America, where a former president and his crew can take two innocent bystanders, citizens, poll workers, two innocent people, just like you and me, and have them followed, terrorized, and all the above because of a lie. This is crazy, people. We've got to get some control over this thing. We've got to come to grips with the fact that we have an issue. And it's pushed past party lines, as they say. This is a heart thing. This is a heart thing. So let me hear from you, but that's red hot number 1. Red hot number 2. What are your thoughts on COVID shots for kids under 5? Let me tell you something. I got an issue with this. I really do. I had an issue with children getting COVID shots, period. Now, I know there's news out there saying that children are dying, and that's unfortunate. And I don't know of any children that died. I know some adults and some elderly, but I don't know children that have died. But I remember when COVID first hit, it was like children were immune. It was like they were immune. They were good to go. Then teenagers had to get the shot. College teenagers, you know. And then children under 12. Now it's children under 5. I don't know what y'all think about that. I don't know. I just think that's too early to get a COVID shot. That's too early. And they're putting it sort of like under the umbrella of immunization. No. And they're sort of putting it under flu shot. No. I just think it is different. And for those who get the flu shot every year, let me hear from you. What do you think about the COVID test being considered like another flu shot and giving it to children under 5? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. That is something for me. That is like, wow, that's just too young. That's just too young. But I'm open to conversation. If someone thinks differently, I'm open to conversation. But for me, that's too young. I even thought teenagers was too young for the COVID shot. That COVID shot ain't no joke. And then they're talking about boosters and booster 1, booster 2, booster 3, booster 4. I'm like, oh, goodness. So are they getting boosters too? So I'm just curious on what you guys think about that. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on COVID shots for kids that are under 5? Wow. Under 5, that's a lot. That's a lot. And our red hot topic. Oh my gosh. Let me say this also about these COVID shots. I'm not pushing COVID shots on anybody, and I'm not downing COVID shots. I'm not for or against. I just want to hear what you have to say because people be like, so are you for COVID shots? Are you for vaccination? Are you, what is it? X-Vax? What is it called? I think it's X-Vaxxed or something like that. But anyway, for or against, look, it's up to you. You do whatever you want to do. And I'm going to even branch off to say you can do whatever you want to do with your children. But I think, and opinions are many, but I'm just saying I think that's too young. And I would like a conversation with someone who, shout me down on it. Well, Mona Lisa, I think it's cool because, whatever. I would like to hear. I told you to grab your coffee and your tea. Tea meaning tea and tea. But so let me know. Like I said, if you know me, I'm open to conversation. If you disagree with me, we're not going to battle on here. It's not going to be a battle. I will open the floor and you can say whatever you want to say. And we can dialogue. But I'm not going to force you to believe what I believe. I'm just going to give you what I think. And what I think is that's too young. So, next red hot. Third red hot and final red hot is, should we talk about Bill Cosby still after he has been released? Now, I had this Bill Cosby question. What do you think about Bill Cosby and the charges and all that good stuff? I think I did that. What was this last year? I think it was last year. And the phones, the internet, the comment section was on fire. Because I was thinking, okay, let me just put it out there to see how people feel about Bill Cosby. Do they believe it? Do they not believe it? What are your feelings about it? Whatever. And when I tell you, the discussion went from, I don't believe that Bill Cosby did that. I do believe Bill Cosby did that. And also it was a comment of, it's been 40 years. It's been 30 years. It's been 20 years. and you just now saying something. And then you have some people saying, well, you don't know what those people went through for those years. You don't know if it was hush hush. If you say something, I'm going to do something, threats. You don't know what the situation was and the reason why they took so long to come out. And that Me Too movement is no joke. But I can say that my thought on it is, if he did do it, okay, he's released and he's free and all that stuff. But my thing is, we're talking Playboy Mansion. Number one, Playboy Mansion. And you're saying that you were there. And you're saying that he did this to you when you were underage. So I'm thinking, first off, what you doing at the Playboy Mansion? Underaged. Because everybody at the Playboy Mansion supposed to be grown. And so I'm just thinking, maybe he thought you was grown because you don't supposed to be there underage at the Playboy Mansion. That's what my thought was when it first came out. I was like, drugging people are wrong. I'm not an advocate of drugging nobody, okay? But what you doing at the Playboy Mansion underaged? That's all I'm asking. What in the world? So it's like, okay, so I guess they went under the umbrella of, you shouldn't have been drugging her. If she wasn't there, she wouldn't have been drugged. I don't know. Okay, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, because nothing can happen to you if you're not in it. Nothing can happen to you if you're not there. And I used to tell my boys, I had all boys. And of course, teenage years, you want to try something, you want to do something, you want to whatever. I told them, if you're around people that do it, you're either going to end up doing it or you're going to get in trouble because they did it. Simple mathematics. Simple. If you're with somebody that's doing it, they're going to either get you to do it or you're going to get in trouble because they did it. So therefore, don't be around it. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm at the Playboy Mansion underaged, and I know what the Playboy Mansion is all about, I'm looking for something, right? I'm not looking to get drugged, but I'm looking for something at the Playboy Mansion, and I'm 16 and 17. Now, and see, I already know there's some people that's going to say, all because I'm dressed like this doesn't mean that I'm asking for it. All because I'm at ... doesn't mean I'm asking for it. I get that. I'm a woman. But I'm going to also say, don't encourage it. Ooh, I know I'm going to get some emails and some text messages. Don't encourage the madness. Does that mean I gotta what do they say? So I gotta change the way I'm dressed because this man don't know how to control himself? No, I'm saying dress like you want to dress. Control what you can control, because you can't make a crazy. I was told about that word, crazy. You can't make a man not think whatever he's going to think. All at the same time, I'm not going to encourage your perversion by doing or wearing certain things. And that's just Mona Lisa. Because for me, and like, okay, for me, I know what my husband likes. So if I put it on or if I'm wearing it, I know what I'm doing. So ladies, when you put your dresses on, when you put your whatever on, you know what you're doing. Yeah, come on, y'all. I know I'm going to hear it and I'm ready for all of it. So let me know what you think about that. Do I think Bill Cosby's guilty or innocent? I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that you said you were underaged when that occurred. But then they said that it was at the Playboy Mansion. What are you doing at the Playboy Mansion underage? And then Hugh Hefner is no longer with us. Okay. What all happened at the Playboy Mansion that was legal or illegal? We'll never know unless somebody tell us. I'm sure it was some crazy mess going down at the Playboy Mansion on the regular. Are you kidding me right now? And then it's like everybody's shocked that this happened at the Playboy Mansion. Who knows what happened at the Playboy Mansion? Oh boy, never put on clothes. If y'all remember Hugh, Hugh stayed with sleepwear on. And women everywhere. And people would go looking for women. So you just going to go because they cook good shrimp. Okay, let you tell it. But I just want people to be honest. But, hey, that's just like a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Just like a unicorn. But all at the same time, I'm like this. Guilty, not guilty. Whatever, he knows what he did, right? And the woman knows what she did. He's free. So now these ladies are taking him to civil court, which I don't really understand, because if I'm free and I'm not guilty, why am I going back to court for civil cases? Because I don't understand that. So lawyers out there, explain that to me. Because once you're free, you're supposed to be free. Why am I going back to court? And that reminds me of OJ, right? OJ got off, but yet he was guilty in the civil courts. I don't know. I don't understand that. How can you be free and not guilty on this end, but then you end up guilty on the other end? I don't understand that. But the court systems, hey, you know how that goes. But the whole thing is, I hate the fact that they were drugged. That's horrible. I hate the fact that they were taken advantage of. That's horrible. Who wants to be raped and molested and all that stuff? Who wants that? Nobody. And then I say, like I told my boys, don't be at a place in a situation that compromises who you are. Because if you're caught in this place, in this predicament, your character is going to be questioned. And you can be as innocent as all get out. But you're here in this situation. You look guilty, And it's, I'm not innocent before proven guilty. Okay, yeah, all right. You can roll with that if you want. but let you be in the wrong place at the wrong time, you will be assumed guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. So why be? Why be? And I remember, hey, we were all teenagers. We were all young once, right? I'm 50, so yeah, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, yeah, you do stupid stuff. You're in the mix of craziness, right? I mean, you're in the mix of partying, you're doing your thing, whatever. And fight break out, right? Shooting takes place. And what happens? You're wishing you were nowhere near that place at that time. People who were somewhere else didn't have to experience that. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, just don't be in these predicaments or situations. You know, don't. And here I go. I know what y'all gonna say. I should be able to go wherever I want to go and say whatever I want to say. America. Let me tell you something. That's the problem with America. You're so free to the point to where, let me see, how do I put this? Freedom is causing a lot of destruction and damage, right? The freedom to bear arms, the freedom of speech, the freedom this and the freedom that. Yes, it's great to be free in America, but are we real? Are we really free to do different things? No. But anyway, I can be on that soapbox for 15 more minutes. But we're talking about, like the show, the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show is, we talk about what you're talking about. And right now in the news is those three red hots. But I also want to put a pin in this fourth red hot topic. And I was, how I do. I scroll social media pages and, because lately that's the news and you get it real time, right? Of course, you can watch the 5 o'clock, the 6 o'clock, the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock news, but social media put it out there when it's happening, right? So anyway, if those of you who follow me and follow me faithfully, thank you. A couple of days ago, I was talking about the D.L. Hughley and the Queen Mo madness, right? And I was telling you that Queen Mo had went in on D.L. Hughley, and then she started in on his family, and everybody was like, whoa, okay, Queen, wait a minute. And so she finally apologized. Yes. So I'm scrolling and I saw that and I was like, wow, this is great, because who wants those two people feuding and beefing? I know not me. I don't like any comedians, beefing against each other. That's it's horrible. So I said, man, she said she apologized. So I'm scrolling, I find the story, and lo and behold, they have her verbally apologizing at one of her comedy shows. But this is the kicker, y'all. She apologizes about putting his family in the mix. She says, I'm sorry, I apologize. She says, I'm a real woman, about, everything about me is real. I'm honorable. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I apologize to his daughter and to his family, whatever. Then she seals the deal and says, but for D.L. Hughley, I meant all of it. So now you think, come on, I thought you were apologizing. So she basically apologized to the family, but not D.L. Do you guys consider that even an apology? I'm curious. I mean, I have to say that for me, that really stained it for me. I mean, I want to say that, You had a legitimate apology. And then next thing you know, you tainted with, but I meant everything I said about you. But what you said about him was including his family. Oh boy. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Oh boy. And I like them both. But it's like, come on. What am I supposed to do with this? Right? So I'm curious, what do you guys think about the whole feuding of DL Hughley and Queen Mo? What do you think? Oh gosh, I think it's a hot mess. And so that's the pin as far as the fourth red hot. And this is the last one, I promise. But I was scrolling, you know how I do, and I came up on another story. I don't even know how true it is, folks. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more research on it. But Will is back from his hiatus, Will Smith. And Jada just kept it moving, which bothers me, man. But she just kept the show going, and that is just so crazy to me. And y'all know I used to love me some Jada Pinkett. I really, really did. But the way she handled this situation and the way I feel personally that she did not support her husband in this situation was very disheartening. And I mean, I was crazy about Jada Pinkett, but I can't even force myself now to listen to her, to follow her, to watch Red Table. I can't do none of that because I'm like, sis, you did not support Will at all. And when you had your chance to address it, you didn't even really address it with an emotion, with a sorrowful, uh, uh, it was pitiful. Your apology was not heartfelt. Let's just put it out there like that. And me personally, I just really can't. I mean, and it was so messed up because I started in Dallas. I started a Red Table series based on your Red Table. When you opened it up and was like, "Hey, if you want to open a Red Table talk and let us know and we want to support you," and I did that, and I had your support. Oh, but God gives us all grace, right? So I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to put it out here because I really love me some Jada. So I want to say that, Jada, I would love to see, and you don't know me. You don't know me from Adam. And, it's all good. You probably won't even see this video. But for me, I would like for you, and I know you're an actress, but I would like for you to really come out and say with your heart how you honestly felt about the whole thing. I think that's what I'm wanting. And, like I said, you don't know me. And you probably won't even see this video. But to feel what you felt either that day or whatever. And I know you had a show on alopecia to explain the effects and how it affects women and all that. I get that. But I'm sort of looking for you to say something about how your husband Will Smith was dragged and drugged and continues to be the punchline on so many jokes. How do you feel about that? As a wife, as the butt of the joke, you know? I don't know. And maybe I'm just asking for too much. I don't know. But that was the sort of like the pin on these red hots today. So let's get your thoughts on what you thought about all five, all five red hots. What were the red hots, Mona Lisa? I got you. You know I got you. Red hot number one was, how are you feeling about celebrating fathers? No, 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 no. Come on now. That was not the red hots. Those are the questions for the fathers. This is the red hots. My apologies, folks. Red hot number one was, have you been watching the trial for the attack on the Capitol? If you have not, you need to zoom in, clock in, tune in to those trials. You're going to learn something about America and the people that serve your city, your state, your county, your district, your world, okay? This is real. And red hot number two was, what are your thoughts on COVID shots for kids under 5? And the red hot number three was, should we talk about Bill Cosby still after he has been released? Ooh, and baby, we touched on all three of those. And then the sort of side note red hot topics, of course, were Jada. Can I get a heartfelt something? And Queen Mo and DL. I'm glad that she apologized, but was it really an apology? So those are the final thoughts. Oh, my final thoughts. Final thoughts on everything was, you gotta tune in to the trial. It'll help you. And I'm not agreeing with the shots under 5. My thoughts. And then the fact that they're taking Bill Cosby to civil court after his release makes no sense to me, because I'm just saying, what you doing at the Playboy Mansion if you're underage? I'm just saying. So those are my thoughts on that. And I would like for you guys to, of course, click like and share the show, which you do. And I appreciate that. I appreciate all the folks who see me on the street. I'm telling you, it is the coolest experience ever. You see me on the street and you be like, I watch your show. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Click like and share the show. Comment on the show, even on the replays. I still want to see your comments because I read everyone. Yes, I do. I read every comment that you leave me. If you're looking for a certain something about the show, on the show, whatever you want to comment, I read every one of them. If you have different thoughts on what you want to see different, what do you want to keep the same? You want to compliment? Whatever you want to do. I want you to leave that comment on the show, on the show's comments, because I read everyone. Click like and share the show, and hit the replay button. If you're unable to catch it in the morning, play it at night, baby. If you're unable to catch it on Thursday, play it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday, or even Saturday. And you can play it on Sunday. We are where you are. We're talking about what you're talking about. So yeah, please click like and share the show. And also, like I was saying, comment and tell me what you think about the show. And don't think, hey, my skin is thick. I do not have my feelings on my shoulder. If you're not liking something, tell me. That doesn't mean I'm gonna change it, but I might. Who knows? Let me know. And last but not least, when you go to the website and you purchase any merch from the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. You are supporting the show. So thank you all that have purchased something. And I have told you to tag me. Take a picture and tag me supporting the show with the merch. Whether it's a cup, a t-shirt, whatever, tag me in it. And I will put you on our page. And I might even put you on the show because I love it. I love every bit of it. Um, and once again, tonight, this evening, don't miss out on Evenings with Mona Lisa Monroe. Please don't miss out on Evenings with Mona Lisa Monroe because we got the fathers coming. We got the fathers coming tonight because, during the day, they working. I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all handle up because I love being a woman. I know it's hard for you guys. It's hard out here. Nope, you're not pimps. But it's hard out here for dads. It's hard out here for fathers. It's hard. I know it is. So, ladies, let's support our men. Let's support our fathers. Let's do what we can. Okay, let's do that. Peace, love, and prosperity to everyone that has tuned in to the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, tune in Evenings with Mona Lisa Monroe. We are on 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, and I'm going to look forward to seeing every one of you. Don't play with me. I want to see you tonight. We got some fathers coming on tonight. Bye-bye. Well, before I go, I want to give a shout out to my hubby. My hubby cut my hair, y'all. He did that doggone thing, didn't he? Love you, hubby. Bye.